This is Maverick, Nathan, and I'm Brett. Welcome to Whidbey Millhouse. This is our shop.
I'm Nathan Heddick, one of the owners of the company, one of three. So we do a lot of flooring, siding. We tend to use softer woods, Doug fir, spruce, pine. We like to use pretty much anything we can get our hands on, but those are big ones that we go through. We run a 4-plane molder that puts out a lot of our product, and we ship all over the United States of America, pushing out a lot of shiplap siding and a lot of Doug fir specifically. So kind of had the opportunity to work my way into working with this stuff as a shop hand, and just fell in love with it. Being able to do stuff like this, I really enjoyed coming to work every day. It really didn't feel like a job.
My name is Maverick Christensen, and I'm one of the owners here at Whidbey Millhouse. Vertical grain Doug fir is our specialty, and it kind of sets us apart from other places that handle flooring products because we make a real solid wood, no fillers, no glue. It's just natural wood, fine grain, long lengths, these things that a lot of places can't provide.
Douglas fir, it's not a very common one anymore. You know, through the 70s you had carpet, and then after that it's laminate, and then hardwood floors got really popular. But if you go and tear up any of the houses that are over 90 years old in the Pacific Northwest, a good portion of them are vertical grain Douglas fir floors. So my name's Maverick Christensen. I'm a co-owner here at Whidbey Millhouse here in Freeland on beautiful Whidbey Island. We want to bring what people were doing 100+ years ago and bring it into the modern home today. So that's what we're dealing a lot with, is rustic things, the cabin look that's kind of really popping up in the last 10 years or so that people are coming back to.
When you have a nice old home or you're building a new contemporary home and you want a really clean, not busy looking floor, but it's that tight vertical grain, and that's where we shine. We had a much smaller shop, and I saw the need immediately for a bigger workspace. And when this building became available, I did everything I could. So we bought the building and moved the business in. And now we can handle product length of any size, and we can keep our wood stored high and dry inside. And it's all kiln dried, and it's important that climate control, even moisture, we have to be very careful.
It also allows us for a couple extra machines, a full woodworking area, which we didn't ever have before, which has allowed us to bring in a few extra Grizzly machines that we've all had kind of waiting for just the time and space to be able to move them in here. And it's really allowed us to bring forklifts in and move lumber around easily and have a full dry storage. So it makes our lives a lot easier. Everything currently we put out of our shop is right from the beautiful Pacific Northwest and from some amazing mills that put out this product for us.
Sourcing materials can be really, really tricky, and especially over the last year. But luckily we have relationships with some very old, well-established family-owned mills in the Northwest.
I would say a good majority of our clientele is a natural finish, and when we get asked questions about finishing, what products to coat it with, it's always, okay, what's going to leave it to look the most natural? I want the most minimal color change or tone change. I want to see the grains pop without changing what it looks like when it's cut down and milled.
We have orders in New Mexico, East Coast, Midwest, Southwest.
Several orders up to Alaska in the last year, all over the East Coast. California's really, really huge for orders.
If we can get a truck that'll take it there and a client that's willing to have it, we'll put it wherever it wants to go. We have quite a few Grizzly products. I think I kind of made a list up in the shop the other day and was kind of shocked at how many we actually have.
We love our Grizzly tools, and the first big piece of equipment I bought was a Grizzly Planer, and I was so proud to have it and have have a Grizzly, and it has proven to be a real workhorse over the last decade or so. And now we couple that with a few of our other Grizzly tools and our 4-mold planer, and we can make just about anything. We could not live without our dust collector, and that thing gets worked, and that gets worked from morning till night. And we've never seen it overheat or anything, and it just fills the bags with chips. And we have to rely on chip and dust removal, or we'd be buried in it within the matter of an hour.
Other than that, we do use the table saw and the planers very, very frequently. We have a joiner, a bandsaw, we have a sharpening stone from you guys for our straight knives that we use in our daily machines. We also do provide nice stepping for customers out of either VG or mixed grain. And so we do use the shaper for all that. We bull nose a lot of the product on that.
One, I like that Grizzly's close, Bellingham's close to us. I mean, that's our whole thing too, is, you know, not just Whidbey Island based, but Pacific Northwest. That's the theme of a lot of what we do, and having another company that's like that, it just makes you feel like you're working closer to home and you're working with friends.
I see the Millhouse in the next 5 years growing, in that we will hopefully add more people here to get our product out quicker.
A real big goal of mine is to not just be a flooring company or a siding company, but to really be able, from, you know, floor to ceiling, add any furniture or anything you'd want to have in your house. Because I feel like if you really do all the natural wood look, it really completes and puts a home all together. And I'd love for us to be able to offer that to all of our customers.
I think the best way for people to get a hold of us would be either the website, www.whidbeymillhouse.com.
Oh yeah, so we're on Instagram at Whidbey Millhouse.
There's always someone here to answer the phone. We're checking our emails all the time. We're on Instagram all the time. We're very easy to reach, and we're just 3 guys working in a shop. We're personable, we're friendly.